My name is Insane Raven, and I am back with another episode of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. And in the last episode, we started going on our that's the Spell Hotel. Now I want to go. Now I want to go. We started our investigation of Sakura's death. We found out some interesting things. We have a prime suspect, which I'm not going to spoil if you didn't watch the last episode, even though I've kind of spoiled some major things if you haven't seen the last episode, or if you just skipped out on the episode. Also, I think this is the wrong way. It is the wrong way. You have missed a lot if you've missed the last two episodes, some of which I have already taken the time to spoil. What is that? 2A? Stop. That's what that one was. That's the pool. Alright, what the fuck am I doing? Just gonna do that because I don't know about you guys, but walking around the school for hours on end isn't exactly great. And what the fuck? What? Makoto, did you have your eyes on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yep, got it. But I think what you mean is yes, sir. I understand. You've been hanging out with Toko too much, good douche. But in the last episode, we got all the I'm drinking coffee. So if there's any like pauses, now you know why. The fuck happened there, man? This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like the three shelves have been connected together into one giant shelf. But more important right now, what's the powder that spilled in from the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. Or someone already did. These are footprints, and they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and pen. What? Well, let's go. Chop, chop. Fine, I'll do everything. So I got to work, and before long, I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. So how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. For me?
See.
Is there any... Are they saying anything? Because I can't hear almost at all. So when you look at it like this... Interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business with the leftmost shelf. No duh! They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be
Certainly possible.
Makoto. Are they yours? Really?
What?
Okay then, let me see your shoes and I'll confirm the size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Barika asked. I see. Your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit that these are not your footprints. Unfortunately, with how clear their prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. And these footprints really are valuable. Whoever left this is an idiot because they didn't, like... There's a broken bottle in from the shelf. Is this where the powder came from? The bottle has a label on it. Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at the point, this room wasn't like that. And then this powder must have been spilled.
So in other words,
That's right. It could only have been around the time of the incident. If that's really what happened. It must be related to the case somehow. Okay, whoever did this is a fucking idiot, though. On this shelf is one look at a table, but it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving under unit section C. Yeah, but whoever did this is an idiot. If you lay out the footprints, it looks like this. When you look at the pattern, however, on the shelf on the left, no one behind. According to the footprints, anyway. Okay, so it's just me. Oh, it was just me rehashing everything that was said. Let's see, what's on the shelf? These look like kind of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the chemicals on this shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section A. Except for C9! Huh? Wait. There's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C9. Could someone have put it here on accident? So on this shelf, there's a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. The reagents? I don't know. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that a little harsh? What? You think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world? Not what I said. The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number, so I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here, in which case I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. I should try to find out more about the shelving unit. It looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A has dietary supplements, Section B reagents, and Section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. But what concerns me is that in Section A there was a bottle with a label from Section C. What was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on here. Okay, so I can just... There's more to look at? Can I look at the bottle again? Okay, so this is all should we've covered. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I better not leave a footprint. I should probably take a good hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There also remains a broken bottle. It looks like this bottle was labeled Chem C4. Also, it looks like someone left some footprints in the powder. According to Byaku, the powder would have had to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Okay. I've already taken a good look around the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look at the rec room. Okay. So this is all good here. Okay, I want to talk to Byaku one more time. Makoto, I admit, you have a good eye for spotting useful clues, but you also need to learn how to make use of those clues. Did I just get a compliment? Did Senpai notice me? Senpai! Senpai! Oh, Senpai. Get away on the ground, I said, Senpai. Keep your nose to the ground. One day, I saw Monokuma in class. Oh, this is the music group. I mean, who could be watching this 24/7? Someone with a child murder fetish. That's who. You know, just your average run-of-the-mill child murder fetish. Sorry. I was like, ooh, all the purple.
Hey.
So Makoto, how's your investigation? So Makoto, how is your investigation going? I told Kiriko and Toku what Tika and Hiro had told me.
I see.
I see. So along with Bayuku, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway.
Well, I made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bios. Those three things are revealed new clues. You do well to look them over one more time. According to Kiriko, there's something still to be discovered from Sakura's body. Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out. Yeah, well, I know, but...
Hey.
Don't you think you might actually need to examine the body?
Whew.
There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kiriko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I'm going perversely used to. Although there are still some times. I can't believe how calm you were. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
That's totally normal. Then how can you...
So...
I imagine it's because I have plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind.
Hey.
More importantly, look here. Oh, so she was the one fucking with the powder? Well, that's odd. Her shoes?
Correct.
You see that yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
That powder is clue number 1.
Hey.
Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully.
It's true.
Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot. So let me just explain.
Seem...
It would appear that she did not suffer from a single blow, but instead, she received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows.
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? There's one more interesting thing here. Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one. That's what I've learned from examining her body in detail. Kiriko's examination summary has been added to the truth bullet sections of your section. I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't even think anyone but Kiriko. I'm butchering all the names. I know. I'm sorry. Yell at me in the comments. Could I pull that off? Alright, so she said the magazine stand. The magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Some clue. Huh? This magazine's upside down. Did someone put it back in that way by accident?
Hey.
If something catches your eye, it's important. If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. This is one of the pages near the center of the magazine. A word has been written in blood, in bold, bloody letters, and it said Toko. Could this be a dying message?
Correct.
Then it would appear you'd found it. Kiriko, is this?
So...
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. Dying message.
However...
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it, for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that? That says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it. Then she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. It's settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. Magazine dying message has been added to the truth bullet section of your notebook. I think Kiriko said there was a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new.
Hey.
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. They're all chess pieces. Hey Kiriko, can't you just tell me what it is? I don't mind guiding you toward clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusion so that everyone can have confidence in that outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer? I do trust you, to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree? Monokuma bottle has been added to the tooth bullet section in the notebook. Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottle setup that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? Experiment?
Anyway.
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma pile? Try to get the smaller pieces too. Are you sure it's okay to mess with the scene of the crime like that? I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious biker isn't here,
So then.
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather all the glass. With that, she left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished up, sorry to keep you waiting.
So then.
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So what kind of experiment are we doing?
In other words.
I got a scale from the chem lab. I'm going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of what? The piece of glass you collected and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
Listen.
First, let's compare the weight of two normal Monokuma bottles. It's balanced.
In other words.
Which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight. So then, now here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might we expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be either the balance out or the pieces I collected would be lighter. I did my best to get all of them, but there's a chance I might have missed some here and there. Okay then, let's give it a try. Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought. What?
In other words.
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles puts it all together.
Hey.
And I believe you arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So what do you think? It's all on you. That's not a good time for a break, dude. Oh, God. So it's not a Monokuma bottle.
Whoops, you caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake.
So
should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
So my question is, it's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. So, usually, I've been able to pick up what the game has been throwing down, right? But this time, I don't know. Monokuma had made his announcement and everyone began to meet up one after another. And then... the ultimate martial artist! A locked room murder mystery!
What?
What the... Oh, I've recently just discovered the power of emoticons! Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive!
Yes, indeed!
For example... You're at a picnic and you find a dead body! This is just plain creepy. Wait, are they reading the text?
Well?
How about the reverse? no matter how great something is, if you put in a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
Yes, indeed.
For example, do you have 100 friends?
What?
He's right. That does make it seem sad. He's right. That does make it seem sad.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Now then, please get in the elevator. Wow! Dude. I'll see you all down there. What the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me.
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean.
I mean, I didn't murder anyone.
What the heck?
Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? What the heck? Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. The killer. The one who murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know. And yet, someone killed her. And that person is here. That person is one of us. Come on, it's time to put an end to this. I made my way towards the elevator, but with each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling feel running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it will never get any easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close and felt it begin its sinister descent. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower, and as suddenly as always, the ride was over. And that's where I'm gonna end this episode. I can't get the bottle. I'm trying to figure out the bottle thing. So that's gonna be interesting. Because usually I have a general idea of what happened. And I do have my prime suspect still. But thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the class trial. See ya.